Morning ranters, it's time for Rant of the Week. Here goes. So the first rant's from Carly, Mrs. Camp Life Bushcraft. Alright Carly? Alright Mr. Camp Life Bushcraft? Big up to you both. So Carly's rant is all about people that invade your space. Get up in your face, standing near you, just space invading in general. There's people in this world that just invade your space for no apparent reason. For instance, post office queues. There's always someone standing directly behind you, breathing down your neck with that horrible stinky breath they've got. Or an old age pensioner that smells like all old age pensioners smell. What is that smell? It's like a lavendery special old age pensioner soap. It's called OAP rather than soap. OAP. Anyway, thanks a lot Carly for that. It truly is a big bugbear of mine. If standing in a queue, little tip for you, also works when you're raving, stand at a slight angle with your left or right foot, whichever is your prominent foot, behind you, about a foot away from where you are, at a slight angle. So anyone moving up on you hits the side of your foot, and that just gives an immediate barrier. It's like an invisible force field that's not visible, but they feel it when they step forward to come and breathe down your neck. Cheers, Carly, Mrs. Camp Life Bushcraft. Cheers, Dan, Mr. Camp Life Bushcraft. Just thought I'd give you a plug there. Not that you need it. Later. Here's a mild bushcraft rant for you from Mark, Rosy Outdoors. Go check him out, it makes sense.
Hi there, how you doing? As promised, this is the bushcraft related rant. I'm not sure if it's really a rant or not, but anyway. So, as you probably know, I've been into outdoor stuff pretty much all my life really since I was a kid, but I've only started getting interested in bushcraft and bushcraft skills in the last probably year or so. And I've definitely found that YouTube is a great resource for that, in that there's a lot of stuff on there. There's a lot of people showing you things, but the thing that I've found is if I take, for example, lighting a fire with a ferro rod, you know, fire steel, people make it look really easy, and it's not really easy at all. I've spent so much time, I've actually sort of worn blisters on my fingers trying to get the bloody things to light, and it's because they're not telling you about all the things you can get wrong. And I don't think I think it's because, I don't know, maybe people don't want to look like they make mistakes. I'm damn sure there's a lot of outtakes, because you show us your outtakes, where it goes horribly wrong and they have to start all over again and do all the shavings and all that stuff all over again. You never see that. You just see the one, oh look, it's gone, I've lit it, you know, how great am I, kind of thing. And that really doesn't work, because that, you know, I was thinking, well, what the hell am I missing here? You know, why am I not doing it like these guys? And then I sort of watched them over and over again. There was things they weren't really saying, but were there, but you had to look really hard. So I suppose my rant is to you guys out there showing people like me how to do bushcraft is, you know, make it really clear what you mustn't do as well as what you must do, and show us the mistakes, show us when it goes wrong, because then that makes people feel more confident in what they're doing. Because otherwise you know, I mean, I didn't give up, but as I say, I had bleeding fingers at one point. So yeah, that's it. It's not really a rant, I suppose. It's more kind of advice, you know. I don't know.
Here's a rant from Pete, the scooter rider, and my old mate, Jim Timber. They've both got a very similar rant, and it's about disabled parking. People who just pull up in disabled parking bays and children only bays, parent and baby, that kind of thing, with no regard at all for the people that are supposed to use those spaces. I appreciate that a lot of disabilities certainly are hidden, and you know, you wouldn't tell by someone getting out of a car that they're disabled or got some sort of disability. But the blue badge will tell you. If they haven't got a blue badge, or they're not displaying it, or a badge in your country, whatever that may be, to be an authorised disabled person, then if they're not displaying the badge, give them some shit. You know, guys that pull up, builders especially, builders, you builder boys, pull up in their van in parent and child spaces just because you can't be asked to walk that extra 50 foot. I don't park in the children and child spaces anymore, purely because my children are teenage. I did when they were little and loved it, but give that right up for someone else. But going back to the disabled parking, I see a lot of people. I go to Aldi a fair bit, and Sainsbury's and Tesco's and Morrison's and all the supermarkets, and there's just lots of people who've just got either no brains or they've just got total disregard for human beings. So stop doing it. Park somewhere else. Don't use the disabled bays, don't use mother and child bays, parent and child, whatever they're called. Cheers, Jim. Cheers, Pete. Nice to see you. Nice. Here's a rant from Just Finn. Alright, Just Finn, how you doing? His rant is about people you meet walking on the trail or, you know, walking on a path in the woods, whatever, and don't acknowledge you. Don't say hello, don't say hi, don't say anything. Even if you smile at them and say hello, people that don't acknowledge you back. So rude. Why do people do that? It happens in everyday life. It happens in, you know, walking down the street. I say hi to everyone. Well, not everyone, obviously. Especially if you walk around London, you'd be saying hi to everyone, literally. But you get what I mean. It's rude. If someone says hello to you, say hello back. Or say hello as you're meeting that person. If everyone said hello as they met someone, or hi, how you doing? You don't have to shake hands. Having a good day? How's your sandwich? What you got in your sandwich? Ham, cheese, pickle, cucumber sandwich spread. I used to love that, cucumber sandwich spread. That's rare as rocking or shit, that. If you can get a cucumber sandwich spread, get some, do a video on it, send me it, please. Send me spreading it and eating it. Anyway, I detract from the rudeness of the said hikers, walkers, trail walkers, path walkers. Just be polite to people. There's no excuse for rudeness. Here's a rant from Lawrence, LM Bushcraft. Parents, guardians, whatever, that let their kids, children, take their scooters, roller skates, skateboards, bicycles, whatever mode of transport they've got, around supermarkets and shops. In my day, and Lawrence's day, you had to leave your bikes outside. Your roller skates outside, your skateboard outside, your penny farthing outside. It all had to stay outside. You weren't allowed to take it in, or you got a load of grief from the shop manager. Nowadays, with political correctness gone mad, managers, shop staff, they're all too scared to tell people off. They're all too scared to tell children off. What's the world going to come to in 30 years when I'm not here anymore? Or 50 years, 60 years, 70 years? People can be driving cars around supermarkets. Cars. Electric bloody cars. Parents, just don't take your bloody kids' modes of transport around supermarkets. The worst ones are those three-wheeler things. 2 wheels at the front, 1 wheel at the back, obviously it's a three-wheeler, with like a steering knob on the top. They're the worst. Ankle bloody getters. Keep them out of the shops, keep them out of anywhere. You can take them in bookmakers though, if you want to take them in there, that's fine, because I don't go in there. Cheers, Lawrence. See you later, mate. Must do a well camp soon. Haven't forgotten. See you soon. My rant from me, Burton Outdoors, is about people who put certain types of chocolate bars in the fridge. In the fridge. You can't put, for instance, a Bounty Now, for all my followers in the States and whatnot, I know all you can eat is Hershey bars and their chocolate is shit. Really sorry. If you've never tried a Bounty bar, get some on eBay or whatever, shipped to America. Bounty, chocolate covered coconut. The red Bounties are best because they're dark chocolate. They are the bomb. If you can find them, they're also a little bit rare. But there's a few places you can get them. Normally Tesco's fuel stations actually sell them. But anyway, you can't put a Bounty bar in the fridge. It's got to be eaten so you can taste all the flavours rather than cracking into that chocolate and it's snapping and crackling and just it's a bit. And then all the coconut is like really cold and you just can't. It's got to be at room temperature, like a fine wine. Another chocolate bar you can't put in the fridge is Toblerone. I actually broke a crown I had here trying to break a bit of Toblerone. The original Toblerone before they changed it. So it had a smaller gap, it was massive, the triangle was like, I can't do a triangle shape, but it was like that. Nearly choked to death on a fly probably. It was massive. Levered it behind my tooth, pulled it forward, snapped the root, had to have it taken out. So my crown was then a bridge. Other chocolate bars you can't put in the fridge. Mars bars, they're dangerous. They'll rip your fillings out in an instant if they've been in the fridge. Mars bars need to also be room temperature, although I don't like Mars bars. Snickers bars is another one. Basically most chocolate. The chocolate you can keep in the fridge are matchmakers, mint matchmakers. They are the bomb out of the fridge. Also dime bars, or dame bars, however you pronounce it. But not the dame bits. The dame bits you get from IKEA, keep them out of the fridge because you will lose a filling. But the dime bars, you can keep in the fridge because you can just snap little bits off and it's alright. So that's my rant anyway. Just don't keep most chocolate in the fridge. Goodbye. Another rant from me. YouTubers or friends or anybody who films in portrait mode. At the moment we're in landscape. This is how you need to film anything you do. Whether you're filming your pet hamster, your pet snake disappearing up Auntie Mabel's trouser leg, you need to be filming in this format, not this format. Okay? I know it's a lot easier to hold your phone the other way, but if you're making a YouTube video or making any video at all to show your relatives, to show your friends, to get all your neighbours round to look at it, it looks totally and utterly shit. So don't do it. Have a look yourself, look at other YouTube videos that do it. It looks total and utter pony. So always film in landscape. It is a lot harder. It does put a lot of pressure on your fingers. You can't see my fingers now, but it does actually hurt. That's the furthest I can get away. Or use a selfie stick. That's a lot easier. I don't like using selfie sticks really. They're a pain in the arse. A bit like the snake that went up Auntie Mabel's trouser leg. Right, I'm going to leave you with this very thought-provoking rant from John. JRP Outdoors. John has some brilliant content on his channel. You should really go and check him out. He's not been on YouTube that long, but his content is really good. He's a funny guy, and he just makes some stunning videos actually, some really great HD quality videos. So go check him out. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you want any more rants, or you've got a moan, or you want something to vex about, or you're pissed off about something, let me know. Stick it in the comments and I'll try and vent it for you, or rant it for you, or moan about it for you on the next rant video. Hope you're enjoying this little series. I'm going to keep doing it. As I've said before, although it's called Rant of the Week, it's not. It's actually called Rant of the whatever. But obviously it's down to you guys. I can only rant about so many things myself. I need some help. So if you've got any issues you want to bring up, keep them fairly clean if possible. Stick it in the comments and I'll rant it for you. Also, if you want to send me a video, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you how to do that. So here we go with John's very thought-provoking rant, and I'll see you on the other side. Later, ranters.
Alright, so I just want to finish up with a couple of things. Like I said, I'm new to the YouTube game at this stage, and there's not many people who I communicate with, or you know, who really like engage with my videos at this moment in time, which is fair enough. Like I'm undiscovered, I'm unknown. You know, I'm still trying to learn how it all works, really. You know, how to get it out there and share my experience with people. But there's a handful of YouTubers who are going out wild camping, who are engaging with my videos and commenting, and one of them's Lee, who goes on the Burton Outdoors. He has, you know, he's got a variety of videos on his channel, so check him out. But he did one recently about having a rant, and I've got a rant. If you're going camping out in the wilderness, don't treat it like it's your own home. Don't leave shit lying around. The one thing that really stuck out of this trip is that everyone just seems to want to start their own fire pit, and there's just patches of char and rocks and metal cans and just shit just lying in these pits, and it's just, it takes away a lot of it, really. I mean, understandably there's going to be fire pits, and you know what, if there's a fire pit I'll use it, because having a fire is nice and I know how to do it responsibly and all that kind of jazz. I've done it for years. There's people out there that don't know how to do that, and they just think it's a case of going to Happy Shopper and getting 4 tins of Stella. I like Stella, it's not me. But getting 4 tins of Stella and coming out here and, you know, chopping down living trees and trying to burn them, leaving things that are broken, chucking the rubbish in the bush, making too much noise, all that kind of jazz. It ruins it for those who actually want to come out here and enjoy the environment and nature for what it is, because we don't have the luxury like that they do in Canada, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, those kind of places. And yeah, you've got Scotland and a small area, Dartmoor or whatever, but still we're very restricted in what we can do, and we've just got to do it on the down low and with respect. Because if you do that, then people tend to turn a blind eye to that, you know? So there's my rant. Don't be a bellend. Boom.
Here's a rant from me, Burton Outdoors. Here's a rant from me, Burton Outdoors. Currently outdoors, which makes a change, actually. My rant is, what was my rant? I totally forgot. My rant is, I don't know.